Hi everyone. I want to tell you today something that I learned. I know maybe probably a lot of you know it, but I learned it literally it's today, which is kind of weird. So I grew up originally in Ukraine, and I came about 12 years here to the United States, and I've been living in Texas for the past 10 years. And well, I never even thinking about humidity in the air. I for some reason like I never thinking about. I'm like I don't know. So, but this is what I learned. This summer we went to Montana, and when we come back to Texas, I definitely was feel difference between dry heat and humid heat, and I feel it. It was it when we come back into Texas. It was like we step back in the oven that has a wet air around you. So that was I definitely feel in it. I know in the past my friends was telling me that it's humid here in the summer and it's hot, but I just never could really compare, and now I compare and I feel difference because if you look at the temperature in North Texas, and I'm in the DFW area, if you look at temperature in the summer, it's kind of like 95, but you have to scroll down. If you're watching on your phone, you have to scroll down and it will say it's feel like 105. There's a difference between 95 and 105. It's huge difference. But anyhow, I at least know that little bit about heat. I never even was thinking about that it's applied to a cold too. Now I know probably a lot of you know that, but I for some tree barking here. I for some reason didn't even thinking about apply this same idea to a cold. And for the past few nights, temperature was showing 30, and I'm like, well, 30 is 30. 30 is not bad. My goodness, this morning I look at my phone, it says 30, and I scroll down and it says it's feel like 20. It did was feel like 20, and I know what 20 is. Ukraine is very cold winter there, and it was cold, and I'm like, my goodness. So now, now I have to look at to see, what's the really. It's like between number what temperature showing and between what it's feel like it, because it's about 10 degrees different, and it's making huge impact on a plant. Today is very windy, so I hope audio is good and choosy. Cherry, hi boy, hi puppy. So let's see what damage was done to my plants that I was planted earlier. So this is purple heart, and I planted, and if you can see, it's turned mush. Some is very strong, like the one is in a more sun is a little bit stronger, but the rest of it turned into mush. Next to it I have cannas, and cannas almost all of them turn, you see, in a kind of brown orangey color, so they're done for this season, totally done. Now this purple heart, the one I planted a week ago, is still pretty strong, and I think it's because it was protected by a garage wall, so they're still pretty good, going and strong. Will stay probably for a while. Of course, my passion flower is still green and strong. There probably will be a while. So this purple heart is still going strong. Some a little bit tall ones is a little bit wilted, but the rest of it is pretty strong branches, so they're still probably staying with me for a while. Wooden phlox will be stay green cover for whole winter. Daylilies are still going pretty strong, but yeah, they are still pretty strong. Iris is staying the whole winter green. Crepe myrtle, some of leaves turning in the fall color. You can see this orange and red colors. This one is beautiful, but I have another 3 ones that already lose all its leaves. So if I choosing it, if I want to have a longer leaves in my garden, I of course choose a variety that has longer leaves. But honestly, when you buy a plant, they don't really tell you how fast they will drop in leaves. But I love that color. Japanese maple turning beautiful red. I love it. Impatiens in the shade kind of, that don't look as beautiful as there was in the summer, but they're still blooming, and I just cannot have strength to pull them out. I mean, they're still blooming. Salvia that I planted in the rain is still green, and I add one more salvia, and this is blue color, I don't know what name of it, and it's still going strong and green. Now I also have a vinca plant, and this vinca plant is turning yellow, so it was definitely damaged by cold temperature. Stramp dragons are still beautiful and strong, and purple plants, this one is okay too, so I'll leave it. Black Eyed Susan here is still going strong color, been damaged. Oh, shut up! Now I want to show you guys something. This is bubblegum Supertunia by Proven Winners. This is the bubblegum, and I am amazed by this flower. It's incredible. First of all, it's in about 1.5 gallon bucket. That's all what it's got, and I was thinking actually that it was died in the summer because I didn't see no blooms, no branching, no nothing. So I just left it there, didn't toss it in the garbage. And when it started cooling down, it started sprouting out back again and growing. Now another thing, I didn't really fertilize in this plant the whole season, and it's blooming pretty good. So I try for next year definitely plant in a bigger pot and fertilizing every week if it's possible, and see what amazing results it will be. But I'm amazed. Listen, last night was 20 degrees and it's still going alive and strong. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And now this yellow and orange pokies, it's lilies. Usually lilies, this lilies is growing about 3-4 feet tall. So I after they're done blooming, I chop them halfway their height, because otherwise they will blocking everything in the aisles behind. So this is what they're looking after 20-degree night. They're still going strong. I'll leave them for a little bit longer. And of course Andina look gorgeous in its red leaves. It's just amazing. I love Andinas in the fall and winter. And spring and summer, it's beautiful. It's just amazing. And this is pansies, and pansies still going strong. I need to plant them because I purchased them, but I never plant them in a pot. Azalea is blooming, and it's just unreal that in such a cold day something can be blooming. Azalea is. Dusty Miller will be with us in the winter, and this is Camellia, but it's about to be open. Cannot wait. Something happened though last winter. Out of my 3 camellias, none of them was blooming. So this year I'm very happy to see camellia buds, and I want to see blooms this year. And some of the flowers is dried and some of them still green, but I honestly was planning to work on this flower bed that's in front of our house, working on this flower bed to replant, remove phloxes in different spaces, which is I still all gonna do. So yeah, I'll wait till it's a little bit warm up than what it is now. Well, that's what I want to tell you guys. It's about that I learned that humid air is still with us when it's cold, and it's much colder than its actual temperature is, and in the summer of course it's much hotter than its heat is. I learned this, and lots of you probably know that, but this is something that I learned and I love to share. Well, that's it for today. I hope you like my video. Stay safe and warm in these crazy times, and see you next time. Bye.